Hi, I'm Steve Saylor, and this is the main menu settings for Resident Evil 4 Remake, the Chainsaw Demo. Now, normally I wouldn't actually go into the a demo of a game to see what the accessibility options are or the settings would be, only just because this may be a limited set of options that would be available in the demo as opposed to the actual game. But I have heard that there are some pretty decent settings in here, so I wanted to take a look and offer that as a video for you. So this is the first initial settings as when you first boot up the game. So you have the option for voice language, display language, subtitles. You can be able to turn that off or on. We got audio output device. We got TV lower. Wait, what does that say? TV low pitched. That's interesting. I wonder if that basically is kind of like almost like a midnight sort of setting for to not have like high pitched voices or potentially even for tinnitus. I don't know what that low pitched, what they mean by that, but we'll have to take a look and see. Headphones, home theater, or just TV. So I'm going to keep it at TV. You can either select frame rate or resolution in the visuals action priority. So frame rate's totally okay on that end. So let's go in here. Okay, we can be able to adjust the max brightness and HDR. I usually like to be able to, especially for like dark, like kind of horror games where it's going to be really dark, I usually like to set the brightness a little bit brighter so I can be able to see things a little bit better. All right, then we get basically the I want a little bit of the brighter color here. So here we go. There we go. And the following can be set in the accessibility tab of the options menu. Preset for visual accessibility, preset for auditory accessibility, and preset for motion sickness. This would be the very first time that a Resident Evil remake, or at least anything in the Resident Evil engine, they've been able to offer a preset for accessibility. So there's potential more for accessibility here than we may have sort of initially had thought, which is really cool. You can be able to adjust the HUD or basically the save space of the screen. I think this is perfectly fine for me. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to hit consent like every other person does without actually reading it. Same with the Capcom thing. What, I don't know. You play it, okay? RENet, sure. The game has an autosave feature. Look out for that little symbol. And we got Resident Evil 4 Chainsaw Demo. So I want to see if I can be able to hit the hit an options menu right off the hop. I don't see. I'm hitting normally the menu buttons, and I don't see anything here. So if I go start game, does it give me? Here we go. So if I go to options, that was really loud, by the way. I'm gonna turn that down. Okay, so we've got. Actually, I'm gonna bring this up into a new window so I can actually be able to see this a little bit easier on my end. So we've got control type A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. It doesn't look like they can be able to customize any of these, but control type that switches crouch and command. Okay, so it looks like it's kind of more suited to potentially people with left-handed, right-handed. Control type for players accustomed to the controls of Resident Evil 4 from 2005. So it has the original controls, which I have seen in other games that, or at least other remakes. So A1 control type optimized for Resident Evil 4. So we're gonna keep that. You can be able to set things from the run type from toggle to hold, which is really nice. You can set crouch type from toggle to hold, which is also nice as well. Quick turn type. Do RB, which is to run, or the LS is to, or clicking down the LS to run, or you can be able to do B crouch or off. Interesting. Quick turn setting. Okay. It's interesting that it wants it to basically, okay, RB is to run. If I basically if I click down on LS. Just quick turn control settings. Now I've never played Resident Evil 4 before, so I don't know how prevalent that is in the game itself, but I'm wondering if it actually replaces these buttons or it kind of is. Oh, it's in addition to. Oh, so quick turn. Oh, if you hit these buttons plus. I see. Okay, so if you if you do LS and then RB. Interesting. Okay, we'll keep that as sort of the default for now. I don't know anything more about it. You can parry with RT. Have that on or off. That's basically to shoot or knife attack. Right now, parry looks like it's set to LB. So that's interesting. Repeated button input type. You can basically tap repeatedly or hold. I'm gonna set that to hold. Aim assist type. Love that. We're basically gonna go to snap and follow. Let's do snap and follow. Hell yeah. Adjust the max speed of the camera when using aim assist. We'll keep that to default. Just how much the reticle deceleration. Just how much the reticle slows down when it's over a target. So we'll do that basically maybe about like right about there, like 25%. I really want to take a look at these presets that they mentioned. So let's go into the accessibility menu first. Normally I would kind of go in order, but I want to take a look at the accessibility menu. So it looks like it just has the 3 presets that you can be able to turn on. So if we look at sort of the visual accessibility, it configures the recommended settings for those who require visual support. The display will be configured automatically. Display HUD opacity high. Language turns on subtitle size large and subtitle background opacity to high. The display color can be adjusted for each of the following. Aim color, laser sight color, biosensor scope, and then language subtitle color and speaker name color. And then for auditory accessibility, you can be able to turn on subtitles as well as closed caption subtitles, speaker name display, and then the following settings can be manually adjusted: both master, voice, background, sound effects menu, and ballistic impact volume. And then for motion sickness, your camera wobble off, motion blur off, HUD dot display on, lens distortion off, depth of field off. And then you can adjust field of view, maximum camera speed, and camera acceleration. I wonder, can you be able to turn on? So I'll just say yes. It looks like this is interesting. And so it is going to definitely enable all of these options. I kind of like that, because let me see if it actually just adjusted all of that for me. So let's see. Okay, so if I go in here, HUD opacity in the HUD. Where is the HUD? Oh, in display, under display. So if we basically set that HUD opacity to high. Okay, so it did do that. Now if I want to see if I just enabled auditory accessibility, let's say closed captions on. So under language, closed captions on. So this is great. This is actually really great. So if you enable all of these presets, it'll adjust them all for you. That's awesome. And I wonder if basically can you be able to oh, you can reset them all as well. Okay, perfect. So all right, so let's now go back to, so we've taken a look at the controls here. Let's, auto reload is on. Turn the scope magnification reset after aiming on or off. Turn that on. Turn controller vibration on or off, and then that's it for the controls. Okay, so then we want to take a look at the camera. We got normal gameplay. We can use invert the Y or X axis or both. When aiming, you can do the same thing, invert Y, X, or both, and same with detailed view, Y, X, or both. And then you can basically adjust the maximum speed of the camera for normal gameplay when using controller. Just in the setting may help reduce motion sickness. I like that it kind of calls that out just as a little reminder. So we'll keep that as sort of normal for now. When aiming, it basically makes it a little bit slower. That's fine. I think I had already adjusted that. Just camera acceleration for normal gameplay. Yeah, that's basically looks about the same there. Okay, so then we keep going down, adjust the field of view. So we're gonna adjust that to max. It doesn't give me a number, but that's fine. Change the camera mode for running. This only applies when holding RB. Running camera assist. Horizontal and vertical. I want to basically change the camera mode for running. Running camera assist. I wonder what that option would be. I've never seen that before. All right. Camera wobble. We're turning that off. Turn motion blur off, obviously, and then that's the camera menu. So let's look at the display. You can be able to select between frame rate and resolution. Ray tracing. That's, you know what? Off. Change the level of the simulation for light reflection and refraction. On. Change the level of simulation for light and refraction. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. No, I totally want it on. I want ray tracing on. Brightness and display area. We already adjusted that. We got tutorial messages. You can turn that on or off. HUD, you can turn that on or off. Set display on. Turn the dot in the center of the screen on or off. Oh, this is good. Okay. Dot display. Oh, yeah. So you can be able to always have a center dot no matter what. That's great for motion sickness. Adjust how much damage effects are displayed on screen. Strong, off, weak. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. I haven't seen a lot of that that actually being adjusted, so that's cool to be able to have that set to strong. Adjust the opacity of the in-game HUD display for background. You can do low, medium, or high. I like high because it's a little bit more higher contrast. Change the color of the reticle and other aiming guides. You can do white, red, blue, green, and that's basically it. I like green actually. Or blue. That actually kind of stands out a little bit more. Normally I had to go for yellow, but anyway, let's do red. You can change the laser sight from red, blue, green, or white. Let's go with green. Yeah, that stands out a little bit more. Change the color of the biosensor scope. You can do type A, type B, type C. This looks like it kind of helps for color blindness, I would imagine. So let's go with type A because that does make it a little bit stand out for me personally. Turns lens distortion on or off. Interesting. You can either on automatic a chromatic aberration or on or off. So yeah, let's turn it off. Turn the effect to that adjusts focus depending on the distance of objects on or off. Depth of field. So let's see. I'm trying to see if it adjusts. Oh, okay. No, actually, I want that on because I can be able to, or off, so I can be able to see a little bit better. Adjust the effect that improves hair and fur quality. Off, on. Hair strands. I don't know why this would be an option. But sure. Yeah, I'll turn that on, I guess. This option can be changed when not in HDR mode. This is color space. Oh, I guess it's basically adjusts the... Okay. All right. So, and then let's go into language. We got voice and display language. We got subtitles. We got closed captions turned on. Oh, that's cool. It basically gives you a little bit of like a sound effects for closed captions. Love to see that. We got large. We got for subtitle size. Then we got subtitle background opacity is high. We got subtitle color. You can be able to set that to red, green, blue, yellow, or white. Kind of like yellow a little bit, so we'll go with that. Speaker name display. Yes, we want that on, and you can set it to white, red, green, blue, or yellow. Let's go with blue. I like blue for that. All right, so that is language. Let's go to audio. You can be able to adjust the master, voice, background, music, sound effects, or menu volume, and then you can be able to set the ballistic impact volume. Adjust the volume of gunshot impacts. You can be able to set that to small, normal, or large. Let's keep that to normal for now. Just the audio input device. We set that to TV. Speaker orientation. What would that do? Doesn't really say. Oh, I guess it adjusts. Oh, this is for surround sound. You can be able to adjust the angle for that. Interesting. Okay. Turn 3D audio on or off. Doesn't look. I don't have an. Oh yeah, I don't have a 3D headset on. So, turn sound reverberation on or off. No, turning the setting on can make it easier to get a sense of distance and space. Okay. Sure. I like that. That sounds good. And then we got the accessibility settings, which we've kind of already gone into. It basically is just a preset, just the presets. And then we got server stuff, which is more about the Capcom ID and how to be able to like RENet and stuff like that. So it looks like that is the settings for Resident Evil 4 Remake Chainsaw demo. I'm looking forward to be able to play Resident Evil 4 when that comes out. Hopefully I can be able to do a review of that. If not, then I'll try to be able to do it one as soon as possible when the game hopefully shortly after the game comes out. Thanks so much for watching. If you like any of my if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to be able to see more of my videos, or more if you want to see more specifically settings and menus videos that I've been doing lately, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when those videos come out. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. As always, I remain obediently yours. Bye.